there. Steve here. That was a little track from Mad Professor for today's demo. This is the Mad Professor Supreme pedal. And that track is a contest they put up on the web. You can download it and submit an entry and try to win one of these wonderful things. This got my Matt Schofield shirt on here. This props to Matt. This pedal was developed and together with him based on some other things that he was using of theirs. And wonderful, nice guy that he is, he signed this one for me at a show he recently did here in Northern California. I'm sure that doesn't add any mojo to it. It's just really nice guy. I've worked a couple of shows that he's been on, and just wonderful cat. So he was fairly well known for using a royal blue overdrive, what that focuses, another Mad Professor pedal, along with something else that when he went to his bridge and do a little higher gain tone. So he started at one point using the Mad Professor Twimble pedal, and then went back to Harry and the folks there and asked if there was a couple of tweaks that could be made to it. So they came up with this box. The first, there's two levels of gain to it, in similar to like a full tone or something. Many other pedals, there's a right and a left to it. A complete set of knobs for volume, gain, bass and treble, so you can really tune the sound in. On the, especially in this little room, on the lower gain side, which he tends to use for the neck pickup, you kind of want to dump a fair amount of bass so that it doesn't overload things. Keeps it clear. The pedal does a wonderful job of cleaning up and helping to keep the bottom out, helps that out. Whereas on the other side, bring it back in a little bit, up the gain. That's the side that is primarily tailored for how he uses his bridge pickup. And it does that phenomenally. Both sides have very, very little compression to them. That's one of the unique aspects of this pedal. The Royal Blue was really good at not having compression on it, or very much, but this is even more transparent and less colored. It's a slightly less bright. I think the Royal Blue had a certain high end to it that was did a wonderful job cleaning up on like a number 4 position or something. But this is very nearly as good and is more neutral throughout. Then the higher gain thing, again, there's almost no coloration to the pedal. You just hear the guitar. The switching's a little odd in that, or just takes a little getting used to. The button on the left switches between the two sides. So when this red light is on, you have the lower gain or bridge sound, and when the green light is on, you have the bridge or higher gain sound. But neither is on until you push the right pedal, which lights up this blue light. So it kind of allows you to preset one or the other, and how Matt used it when I saw him last weekend was he basically left it on all the time and just switched between the two sides. It cleans up so well that you really, really don't need to turn it off unless you're playing James Brown songs or something. There is a switch that allows, in the middle here, a little micro switch or little toggle switch that allows you to stack the two, and then it behaves more conventionally with one switch or the other switch, or leaving both on. And you have to do the tap dance between the two if you want to just go back and forth. It compresses a little bit when they're stacked. And part of what's wonderful about this pedal is the fact that even in the higher gain bridge position, it doesn't really compress. Notes just pop in and out. unlike any other overdrive I've ever seen. I used to have a Klon. I had serial number 84, which was a silver horsey, and it was great compared to anything else of the day because there was very little compression in it. But this thing is on another level of responsiveness altogether. So I'm turn it off here. I'm playing through a 68 Deluxe Reverb that's been black-faced and actually has Allen transformers in it because the old ones blew up. And it basically sounds like that. This is a local luthier, Keith Holland, custom Strat that he made for me, and another fellow named Dave Chillisvili, who operates under Chiltone, wound these pickups to be very vintage and very clear. And so it's just like a very good vintage Strat. So with the pedal on the lower gain side, you basically you can still hear each of the pickups. Put it to the 4. Middle. Number 2. This is one that Matt uses for this one song with his. The clarity is there even when there's some gain going on. That's turned down a little bit. And then the bridge, even on the so-called neck side. So you can get some great tones from there. And then part of its raison d'etre is being able to switch rapidly over. And you notice the notes still have dynamics and punch. You can, however you attack the note, it'll jump out on you. And then the really expressive. I loaned this to a friend of mine here at a show he did recently, and he just said he could play more emotionally because the notes just really jumped out on it. I have this set up with also another kind of biter thing from Matt is this deep blue delay that just has a slap, and then some reverb to cover that up, so you don't really hear the slap as much, but it kind of does this round off thing. I also have this Supro tremolo, which actually when he was signing my pedal, Matt was asking about this because of the bias tremolo kind of thing that he likes, and this thing has a nice chewy sound for that kind of although I primarily love it for the harmonic tremolo, which I'm forever playing this Landreth Brothers song that has, uses it now, but he didn't use it to record it. But which is a wonderful sound in and of itself. This pedal also works really well. We'll switch things here. Grab a Tele, which I didn't check to see if it was in tune. Good enough. And it just, I got a feeling that folks in Nashville are going to start using these. It just maintains the sting. Tele's got a little more gain than that vintage Strat. This is a Tex-Mex bridge pickup, American Standard. So it's still... I guess we can try the higher side. Can even do some of that stuff with it. We'll even add in some humbucker here. Have this is 85 dot reissue and medium hot pickups, whatever they were putting in them at the time with that. Part of preparedness would be tuning the guitars. That's with the neck. And the higher gain side. That almost starts to have this kind of woman sound. And then the bridge get a little more conventional rock. Again, there's just like still a lot of touch and the ability to make notes jump in and out of the phrase. So although it was developed for use with the Strat, it'll work with anything. So there you have it, Mad Professor Supreme Overdrive. It lives up to the name.